it is Sunday, the 23rd. I am looking at a calendar too.
Yeah.
It is the 23rd of July. Now,
Does it come to that point that you don't remember dates anymore?
I don't remember days ever. I don't even know what day of the week it is.
I'll give you that.
And this is the day before we travel. Now, hopefully this is going out on Sunday the 23rd. But if it's Monday the 24th when you're watching this, this is recorded on Sunday the 23rd.
I think they've got that.
Right.
And the Monday is when the travel starts. We are going to outline right now what we're going to do, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Yes,
so we are taking our van, which we talked about in the previous video, somewhere over there. We are taking it thrifting across the United Kingdom. And a part of the United
For a second,
Kingdom,
I did think you were going to say United States. I got excited.
I did that last time.
I got really excited. I was like, you haven't told me. Oh, no, it's okay.
United Kingdom. And part of the United Kingdom is Ireland. It's also technically, bar Scotland, the furthest away.
Yes.
Yes. So, we are...
From where we are, yes. Sorry.
Yeah, from where we are. We are based in Somerset, so southwest of England. Austin's originally from Cardiff, Wales.
Cardiff, Wales.
Yes.
Wales and Cardiff.
And not Cardiff, but Wales in general holds a port.
It does indeed.
A ferry port.
Oh, multiple ports, but Holyhead we're talking about.
I'm talking about a major ferry port from
Yes.
UK to Ireland.
The Golden Isle. Was it the Golden Isle?
No, the Emerald.
The Emerald Isle. This was from the Poshmark Live last night.
So we are going to Ireland. Now, we went to Ireland last year in August. We got on a plane. We travelled for a few days.
We did.
And we thrifted. And then we sent everything back in a box. This time we're going for a longer period of time. We're driving. #van life. And we are going via ferry because magically vans, they don't drive through water.
No, they don't. But I think the point you're making is the last time we went, we shipped everything back. We did some retail arbitrage, Tiki Maxx, that kind of thing from full price stores. Or discount stores. We did charity shops. We didn't do a boot sale, but we did charity shops. And we also met, when we were there, we met up with Frankie Harry from YouTube stardom and fame. Top man. The difference is now, like Bethany said, because we had to ship everything back, there was a limit to what we could get. So we were a bit more choosy, and it wasn't necessarily the best way to be, have a limit on what we could take ship back because of cost. So this time, we have a van, and the plan is to fill her up.
Now, for anyone who doesn't know, we are converting this van. So we'll eventually have a sleeping quarters. It's not going to have anything fancy. No. It's not going to have a kitchen. It's not going to have any of that because, quite frankly, I like buns inside. However, we do value the ability to be able to sleep wherever we need to sleep.
Yeah, we've had some situations where we've kind of driven far enough that we want to spend some more time in the place we are.
Yes.
And we don't necessarily want to spend £100 on a hotel because it's specifically that area would be costly or whatever else. And it's a kind of case of if you're actually out there thrifting, sometimes if you're kind of aware the trip is different. But if you are thrifting, thank you for that. But if you are thrifting and you're kind of adding it to what you're thrifting and
you have
you're talking about the business side of things, you have to add that up. So just pop into a 200, 250, £300 hotel for an evening, especially obviously if there's two of us or maybe the three of us. It's very different. So we want somewhere we can just get our heads down for a few hours if we need to and then crack on with the journey.
Yes.
This time we won't be doing that though, Bethany.
This time we won't be doing that. The van is completely empty, so it can be filled. Things that we have to consider upon this trip. Firstly, the time it takes to get there. We are stopping in, I don't think we said at all, we're stopping in Cardiff for a night, 2 days, to break up the journey because we will be travelling with our small human. It is the summer holidays and she is the third member of the Pickers. So therefore, she will be present at all times.
She also loves going to anywhere.
Anyway, so we're going to break up the journey by stopping at Austin's childhood manor. It's a house. I said manor and I thought, whoa, that sounds like it's like an estate.
Yeah, no, it's a house.
It's a house.
Central Cardiff, folks.
And we are going to be thrifting Central Cardiff for 2 days.
We're going to do 2 days in Cardiff, yeah. Sleepover the first night. And then we'll travel the Monday. Let's go through what we're going to do then. So we're going to drive up from here, which is our Somerset base, our house, our home, on the Monday. We will thrift through Monday. Monday night we'll be going to my mum's, relaxing, chillaxing, and maybe we'll put her in a video. I don't know if she can be trusted. If she's watching this, she knows exactly what I mean. Having said that, we'll be sleeping there that night. The next Tuesday we're going to go to more thrifting in Cardiff, in and around kind of South Wales at least. And then Tuesday night
is...
You go.
Well, Wednesday morning is our ferry. When I say morning, it's at 2 o'clock on Wednesday.
In the AM.
Morning. So therefore, that's sort of technically Tuesday night.
Well, it's a 4.5 hour journey from Cardiff to Holyhead, which is the ferry port which we get over across the island. So given that there will be early hours of the morning on Wednesday, we have to travel Tuesday night. So when I say we'll be thrifting Monday and Tuesday in Cardiff, and then Tuesday night we'll be starting our journey towards the ferry port.
Yeah, because we can't thrift on the way up because it's the middle of the night. And that works out easier for us. We're sort of night owls anyway, so I'll probably be listing on the ferry at 2 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so that is the plan for the Welsh part of the journey. This will all be documented, and we're hoping to bring it out in real time. So my pet peeve in life is, I did it last year when we went to Ireland, is I was on Instagram putting up all the stories of us in Ireland, but then you didn't see the videos until like 2 weeks later, and I was like, this all sucks, doesn't it? Because you've already seen it, you haven't seen it, and
exactly.
It's like,
I think, and like you say, we've done it, so there's no hate here, but I think for a lot of the time, when you see those things, they don't sync up, it's a bit annoying from a viewer standpoint. So what we're going to try and do our very best is, if, for example, today this video, what you're watching now, if this was our thrifting, it would have been this morning's or today's thrifting if you see it this evening, or vice versa. Also, for the last few months, we've been kind of in and out video wise because between all the work we do behind the scenes, Poshmark, our usual reselling business, and other stuff we've been doing, it's just been mad. So with this, we're hoping to get back into the daily vlogs, if you will, and daily videos. So this should be, we're going to keep our fingers crossed, we're going to try our very best. We're going to try and get one out every single day we're away.
On Wednesday, we get into Ireland at 5:30 in the morning. It takes exactly 1 hour and a little bit. So it's not exactly 1 hour. It's a little bit of time actually added. It's just like 1 hour 15, like a bit, you know.
It's nearly 3 hours.
No, once we get so the ferry is 3 hours, but once we get to Dublin,
I was confused. I apologise. From the port to where we're staying in Ireland is an hour. Yes.
Right. So that's what I was trying to clarify.
I was confused.
Things we have to consider. I am not turning off the eBay store. I will be taking offers. I'll be answering questions. We are fully in work mode. This is not a holiday. Okay?
Explain to some of the people maybe watching how or why you do that.
I was actually going to do like a podcast or something on holiday mode. For longer periods of time, I may be doing something different. We'll get to that in the later half of the year. But for this period of time, my dispatch anyway is 3 working days. And so I may extend the dispatch by a couple of days to obviously cater for everyone's, expectations. But this is a business trip. Although the small human is coming because it's summer holidays, and we will be doing some fun things. Do not worry.
I don't need the comments that she's being dragged along. No.
We're still working, if that makes sense. So that's what we'll be doing with that. The only thing I'm gonna have to turn off is nothing. Wait, I just considered it. Poshmark, technically you have 7 working days. Done. The one beginning with V, you can stretch it. It's 5 to 7 working days, but I've got secrets.
And I would also say that, just to preempt, I know you're probably going to say this anyway, but for any of these, in any situation, if you know you're going to be away for a couple of days, maybe just drop a message to anyone who wants to buy or is a prospective buyer who's offered, and let them know before buying. And if you can't, they buy it straight, let them know and say I can option to cancel if I have to.
Yeah, I do.
Because usually I'll be honest, anytime you say that and you're nice about it, 9 times out of 10 they're like, yeah, cool, no problem. It's not an issue.
Yes.
I think we as sellers sometimes make it more of an issue.
100%. The other thing we have to cater for while we are away is maintaining listings. I am fully scheduled until we get back. So, tick. I'm able then to cross list using ZIPSALE while we're away. So everything is scheduled on eBay. So I have 5 a day scheduled because I'm reaching close to my medium store limit. So I do 5 a day, otherwise I would do more. And on the second eBay, I do a bit more a day, but we'll talk about that another time. And what I do, so every scheduled 5 or 6 in some cases will go live at 9 a.m. every day. At 9 a.m. every day, then I am able to upload those listings into ZIPSALE and cross-list to Depop, the V1, Poshmark, Etsy where applicable, and whatever else I choose to list on that platform. So every day I will be doing that from my desktop computer. I am taking my desktop. You can use ZIPSALE on an iPad using the Safari option or using Chrome or whatever, and you can also do it on your phone, but there is no app for it, so it makes it a little bit difficult, but more difficult because it makes it smaller, but it is still very possible.
It's possible. I would say if you're going to do it on a mobile device, I would say ideally a tablet, but if not, once again, it is possible on a phone. But once again, the actual the website is made for a laptop or a Mac or something like that, you know.
So that allows us to also have 5 listings going on to every other platform every day. Thank you, ZIPSALE.
So to keep all those algorithms, or like, as we like to call them, kind of floating and moving and singing and dancing, at least you've done your bit and you've done what you can in that respect, yeah?
100%. The other thing we have to consider is on Saturday, the date escapes me. Austin, look up the date.
I'll look up the date right now.
On Saturday, date to follow, because Austin's going to do it really fast.
29th.
Saturday the 29th, we have a Poshmark live show. We have a Poshmark live show every Saturday at 8 p.m. and this is no exception.
But Bethany, we'll be away. What shall we do?
Oh my goodness, we shall do a Posh live show from Ireland.
So we have a problem here. Where we stay in the Emerald Isle, we have little to no Wi-Fi. And when I say little to no Wi-Fi, when you talk about 4 or 5G in certain areas, 3G is a stretch and 2G is more often than not. And with those capabilities, to stream a live, it's hard.
So, we have options. Basically, where we say, I have family in Ireland. My grandma lives in Ireland. That's cute. I mean, that's cute. Anyway, and she has a spare property. Ask no questions. It's a long story. But because she doesn't live full time in that property, it has no Wi-Fi. Fortunately, she has very kind neighbours. And we have toys to bribe for their Wi-Fi.
Always thinking, folks.
If that doesn't work, then we're going to test out the 4G capabilities. If that doesn't work, if anyone has any expert knowledge of how to put Wi-Fi in a house for a week, let us know.
Because otherwise, we've spoken about this on social media, correct?
Yeah, because people are like, oh, you get a dongle, but isn't a dongle just using 4G? So then that's...
No, yeah, it is. No, I was actually going to say, we spoke on social media about this issue, and the first thing I said was, at worst, because once again, we are committed to making these lives work and being on these lives every Saturday at 8 o'clock, as we've said we will, and as we have to up to this point. If we have to be in McDonald's car park, I would say he's stealing their Wi-Fi. I'll be honest. I'll buy something if that's what it means to be. Yeah, the Tesco's in the car park, in the van, showing you the items. That's what we'll do. No matter what happens, it's going to happen on the 29th at 8 o'clock on Poshmark. If you're not already on Poshmark, get on Poshmark. I don't know what you're doing with yourself. It's fun. You don't have to spend any money. You can actually get a $5 if you use our code LUXURYPICKERS.
LUXURYPICKERS, capital letters. Links down below. And
it's a free $5. If you just want to watch the lives, use our code, log in, check the lives out.
Join the chat.
Yeah, once again, like the chat. It's
like a YouTube live, but there's an auction going on.
Yeah, and it's very, very easy to bid. It's a fun. Either way, I won't go into a whole promo about Poshmark because I feel like that's what it sounds like. But either way, we are going to be there on the 29th.
Well, the complication that comes with the other complication that comes with doing Poshmark live is then the next day or Monday we have to ship.
So, give an example. This is Sunday, as I just said. Last night we did our last live, obviously. We had around between, I think, I want to say between 35 and 40 packages to ship, something like that. Some of these are bundles, so when I say that, I mean items. But I would say around about 20 to 30 packages I've got to ship, which I've just done now, for tomorrow, to drop them off tomorrow. Now, that's fine with the office, being at home, doing our thing. But when we're on the road...
So, we have to take packaging. we obviously don't have access to a printer or a label printer on the road, so we're going to take advantage of Poshmark uses Royal Mail 48-hour delivery as standard, and we can utilise the use of their QR codes, which you take into the post office scan the QR codes and they print the label for you. It is printerless shipping. Now, we're in Southern Ireland, so what are we going to do about that? We're on the border. So we're cheating. We're going to drive up into the north. We're going to go to a post office and we are going to post them in the north to the UK.
20 minutes away from where we are is the border. We hop the border. I say hop, not illegal. You drive through. It sounds like we're actually doing.
It's really
bad.
strange. You go from like Southern Ireland, and then it just goes into looking very similar to obviously Europe. Not Europe. The English roads.
The road signs. When you say the roads, you mean the signs. Yeah. It's very much like the rest of the UK. What is that like the rest of the UK? It is the rest of the UK. But yeah, so we worked that last time when we shipped our stuff back, that if we did that, it would make it so much cheaper. But for us, with the QR codes and everything else, and obviously the prepaid labels, without being able to do that, it would be nigh impossible to ship our stuff back. So we'll also be shipping on the road, which once again could end up. This is all going to be filmed as well. It's all going to be documented because I want you guys to see whether we fail and fall flat on our you know what, or we do really well and we give ourselves a pat on the back. Either way, who knows?
To be considered. So that's on Saturday. Now, we made a decision just before we filmed this video.
I don't know.
That
I did.
Every single item that we thrift, collect, find, purchase will be included in that live.
So if it comes from Cardiff, if it comes from anywhere in South Wales or Wales across the board, if it comes from anywhere during our island trip, we will be doing this. I think if we get there Wednesday, I think it's 3 or 4 days we'll be in Ireland as well before our live is live. Our auction happens. So we have 2 days in Cardiff and South Wales, and then we have 2, 3, maybe even 4 in Ireland. Everything we find on that trip, no matter what it is, no matter if the price would be X to sell on eBay or X to sell somewhere else or X to sell via Facebook Marketplace, everything we find is going one place and one place only. We're taking zilch stock with us, so if we don't find anything or we find 5 items, that's all that will be in the auction and we'll help other people sell. If we find 60 items, we'll have extra stock. Either way, everything we have will be boxed, put into the van, and it will be steamed and sold at the auction. The other thing I was going to say though, before Bethany gets into it, is initially when we started Poshmark, we started everything at the lowest price we could, £5. Everyone else did pretty much the same, and it became known kind of £5, £7, £9, whatever it would be. Recently, we realised that we wanted to put some other product that maybe slightly higher prices, so we had to start higher, no problem, and everyone else has done the same. You know, once again, it's great to see that kind of you can get different products, you can get different prices, and once again, people are starting to actually sell right through on different items and different styles of products and costs on Poshmark. Now, from our point of view, we don't know what we're going to find in Ireland, and this is, once again, it's the fun factor for us and the kind of thrill of the chase, if you want. So we, for one night only, which is once again the 29th at 8 p.m, we are going to start everything for £5. So if I happen to find a Louis Vuitton handbag, a Hermes scarf, anything I find.
Bearing in mind, last time we went, we found Burberry, we found Coach, we found
Sweaty Betty,
Diane von Furstenberg, Michael Kors,
Christian Dior. Yep. So all those things, if we find those things, anything we find, there'll be nothing kept behind. There'll be nothing, like everything you see on our videos will be in that auction. So for example, if you see a video tomorrow, our first video in Wales, and you happen to see, name something random. So how do you think to name something random, correct?
Mulberry handbag.
Okay, a Mulberry handbag. That, no matter what, will be in the auction on the 29th, 8 p.m. on Poshmark Live. And it will start at, no matter what anyone says, £5. That's our concept, guys.
We are also, before this video is filmed, hopefully, fingers crossed, be making one important stop, which we didn't go to last year.
We will be making this stop.
We have to.
I'm putting my tootsies down.
For anyone who doesn't know, we have a history with Bicester Village. We previously have worked amongst the walls of the high-end luxury outlet centre, the biggest luxury outlet in the UK.
Pause.
And they have a sister outlet village. And it is called Kildare Village, and it is just that way of... Is that... Never Eat Shredded. South.
South is down.
South of Dublin. And it's called Kildare Village. Picture inserted here. And they boast brands like Prada, Montclair, Mulberry, etc., so on and so forth. So that will be included in our trip also, so you can see retail arbitrage from a more luxury standpoint.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I think since we've done this channel, we haven't done Vista. Like, we used to do Vista quite a lot when we had the stores and so on. But I think that should be something fun. And once again, like you said,
I mean, we won't be GoProing it because there are rules to these places. However, we will be getting
banned from Vista.
We'll be getting as much footage as we possibly can to show you that as well. What else is happening on the trip, Austin?
So, apart from thrifting, we're actually going to try and find a boot sale also. We're there. I know obviously I keep mentioning the 29th because that's the date of the auction, but we're there quite a few days afterwards as well. I think our ferry back is, I want to say, the Wednesday.
The following Wednesday, the second.
Yeah, literal week. In Ireland. So what I was going to say was we'll be then thrifting onwards as well. So not only will we be taking you up until that live, and maybe we'll cover some of the live in the vlog as well, just so you guys maybe see behind the scenes and that kind of thing also. But also then the continuation of our thrifting, because guys, the fun won't stop at the auction. It will carry on. And then the next auction we do via Poshmark, which will be the week after, we're going to have some of those items which we pick up from the other auction to the next one, the in-between. They will be in there as well. So once again, everything we pick up to this whole trip will basically cover off. We're hoping to cover off almost 2 auctions with it. The one which will be the first, which will cover the Welsh stuff, and also the first amount of bits and pieces we pick up from Ireland will be on the 29th.
Have you got it? Is it clear? Is it
probably not? I do a terrible job of advertising that.
So for the period of time that we are away, we are aiming to put out a video a day. Okay, don't hold us to it. We're going to try our best.
No, we're going to try. We are.
We're going to try our best. So, you can come with us.
The only reason, I'll be honest, the only reason that's never going to happen is because of lack of Wi-Fi. I'm not giving an excuse to start with, but if I physically can't upload it, and anyone who does YouTube watching this will understand what I'm saying. Apart from that, if it doesn't matter if it's midnight, you'll get that video every single day.
What we can do is when we go for a meal, you log it on and then you...
Yep, for sure. We'll have to eat lots, but I'm okay with that, surprisingly enough.
Anyway, so... Tonight we're going to spend the night packing, in terms of packing what we need for everything. I mean, we've got obviously all our parcels that need to go to the post office tomorrow, including eBay and other marketplaces. We also have to pack our lives and our child.
We don't actually physically pack her. That would be bad. We're going to pack her things.
We have to decide what slime is coming on the trip.
Okay? Oh, the slime! What a slime time!
And then we'll be making our way. If anyone has any island suggestions on good thrift spots, any good boot sales, any good flea markets, antique centres, vintage shops,
or if you're based
luxury
in Ireland,
second-hand shops,
or if you're based in Ireland and we are available to link up at some time or another, and we're in the area, give us a shout. Why not?
Link. And it doesn't matter if northern or southern. We are willing to drive. That is why we purchased an automobile for this occasion. So this is the plan, with Somerset to Wales, Wales to Dublin, and then all over.
And all the way back.
And then all the way back. 7 days of pure thrifting fun.
It's actually 9.
And videos. It's 9 days of pure thrifting fun and videos. And I think that's all we've got to say.
Do you know, funny enough, the 9 days, that will coincide with the 29th at 8 o'clock. Poshmark, live.
Yeah, that would coincide with that, yes. Thank you. I think I might do the card, the Poshmark card. I think I might do it like green and orange, just for fun. Is that really sad? Yeah,
but it's kind of cool.
I'm going to do it.
Conor McGregor vibes.
Conor McGregor. We might go to his restaurant, eh?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Eh?
Let me know if anyone's been to Black Forge. I'm interested.
If anyone's been to Black Forge, let us know down below. Side note, Austin purchased this Levi's denim jacket that he's obsessed with.
I would say it's distressed, but it's more like it's in need of help as opposed to distressed, but I appreciate it. I love it.
Interesting fact, what's it called again? It's a Series 3.
It's a Type 3 jacket. A 4 pockets, I can't show you the other ones, but it is a...
Trucker?
It's a trucker. It's vintage 90s. It has a good fade. You can see all this stuff. I just really love it. And it was a steal from Mark. Pick me up lucky on Instagram and Poshmark, I believe. And it was a steal.
Anyway, that's us. We wanted to let you know our plans before we got in the van and you started seeing us like doing stuffs.
We were kind of contemplating whether or not we were going to release a video like this explaining. Because I know half you'll be like, where, whatever. But at the same time, I just don't want to start and be like, right, we're in the van. Like, at least you have some ideas of what we're doing. And to be quite frank, if you hate all the above, you can ignore us for the next 9 days. Sweet.
Please don't.
Try not to. I mean, it's kind of mean, isn't it?
Okay. Hasta la vista, baby.
Bye.